everything you're doing and petting the hell out of that cat.
Because I have a race to do, guys. Race.
I am on 4, Stinger.
And what's Vulajin on?
3. Just open a completely separate window to do the other. Yep. And then you'll only have audio from Stinger's stream. As I have, in fact, even if you unmute me, you will get nothing. I am streaming no audio. Let's all go to the live channel, shall we?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, you should not minimize.
And I have both streams up on Beam so I can actually see both runners.
I'll just do some 100% stuff because I can.
Alright, maybe I'll do some S8. Alright, Meta's gonna kill his toilet.
Does the steamer conspirators?
Could just turn the water off to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you should be able to cut off the water supply.
Oh hey, it's worse than you. Nice. I thought he wasn't around.
There's a lot of 100% style practice going on here.
We actually have changed this to a 100% race. And Stinger has already won. Congratulations, Stinger. So now we're going to do the best of 2 any percent race. Oh, if only y'all were hearing the stained glass music right now.
Good thing I don't have to do this level during the run.
Agreed.
Somebody donates $200 right now.
By the way, we are only $500 away from the 0 XP Ori run instead of glitchless any percent tomorrow morning, or afternoon, I guess.
Alright.
Wow.
Excellent.
Wow. Wow.
Rude.
I figured you were just going back to our previous race history where. Oh, Vulajin, can you remind me what happened the last time we raced this game?
Yeah, we got tied world records.
Well, supposedly tied. You have yet to provide any proof that that run ever happened.
Look at this guy.
Alright. I don't know if I need to be lowered or raised. Yeah, dude.
Do you want me to lower my own game music?
Blah, blah, blah. I'm saying words.
Any better, Meta?
Okie doke.
Alright.
Look at all the support from me. Get wrecked, Stinger. Agreed.
Bulldog or Franker Z, both
Hmm.
will work.
Wow, literally the
Instantly
internet you
a
say
cat.
that.
Look at all these cats.
No, that's the same guy. You can't. There's a new. That's the.
I think these count as cats.
No. All life begins and ends with new.
Including cats.
Have you not learned your lesson? Oh, there's a Villa dog. All right,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
not
I
a
got
sub,
one
though.
guy supporting me. Thanks, Holoichi. It's all for you, man. Oh, let's do the thing. We're
Yeah, let's do this.
you could just what I did was just record the time when the first person says time, and it doesn't matter. We're both playing on game time anyway. But just like write down the time when the first person says it, and then stop the timer when the second person does. Ozzy, give us a countdown.
Alright, guys. On three. 1, 2, 3, go!
You said on three.
I started at 3. I
Did-
started on 3
It's
too.
on
All right, I
purpose.
started on 3 too. It's fine. We're
So
fine.
we all start at the same
Jeez,
time
Ozzy.
except Ozzy.
Okay, all right. So in the very first level, we're gonna do a pretty significant trick called a boost jump, where you release and repress the jump button within 2 frames, and that causes you to jump 5 tiles high instead of 4, which is gonna break a lot of levels. Also, I already died, Stinger. GG. It's all over.
I don't know. I think
Screw
it's
up, that
going
was
pretty good for me
intentional.
so far. But yeah, welcome to Scapegoat 2, guys.
So this game is a puzzle platformer. As you can see, there's like switches everywhere, and all this stuff that you gotta navigate. And because we already know all the puzzle solutions, instead it's kind of a precision platformer because all the mechanics are really well designed for going fast. So you can see there's like a dash, there's a double jump. The double jump has really awesome mechanics that feel really good. And then, of course, there's the boost jump, which is a very significant trick that allows you to skip a lot of stuff in some cases.
Ooh, Stinger screwed up one.
Oh, I'm
the
watching
first
him.
boost jump. Yeah, the timing for boost jump is pretty much frame perfect, so it's very easy to accidentally screw it up.
We're pretty close right now. So we just picked up the first sheep soul. This is basically kind of the point of the game, is that you come into this tower and there's these sheep that came in here, and there's a total of 16 of them, and you need to rescue their souls. But for any percent, we only need 7. So that is the number that we're going to collect. There's 8 major areas. Each one has 2 souls, and we are only going to do the first area of 7 of those.
Good luck on 2-1.
Oh my god, I'm gonna screw it up. It's all over.
And looks like Stinger has a successful 2-1.
And I don't. We're gonna have a bad time here.
Yeah, Vulajin's going for a more difficult strat than I did on
No,
the
we're
2-1.
proceeding out. Jeez.
Oh,
well,
but
I made up for it with the 2, so...
Alright. So this game is very lethal. There's many, many places to die, pretty much everywhere.
and even though these are the earliest levels in the game, because they're using speedrun strats, and the speedrun strats usually involve insanely tricky jumps, really close calls, and just stuff that would normally you'd go, why would they do that? They do it.
I ask myself that every day. So 2-3 is kind of like an auto scroller, as you can see, sort of. Just have to wait for a bunch of crits to blow up.
There's basically 2 meaningful inputs to 2-3.
One thing I'll also say in regards to this run, this is a 100% RNG free run.
Yes, that's correct. There's no actual randomness in this game. Like, everything from position of enemies to when they shoot and stuff, that is all deterministic, which just means that what you do determines that. There's no random factor. Alright, so we got 2 areas down, separated by about 10 seconds now. That is an easily closable gap. Lots of things that both of us can screw up. What you might notice in the top left corner of the screen is that we have a speedrun timer, which was actually provided by the devs, which is a really neat feature. It actually counts the time in-game time down to the frames, so we are able to get a very, very accurate count of our time.
Here, one nice thing they also have, you notice they have this little rat companion named Henry. The cool thing about Henry is not only can he scales in certain walls and everything, he also has this, the enemies not only target the goat, but Henry as well. And they're taking advantage of this for very certain situations where they want the fireballs to keep going off, so they'll leave Henry in one place and keep moving on. Oh, and Stinger got a very tricky ice push there. That is not easy. See if Vulajin could... Nope. Vulajin is going to have to climb up and around.
Yeah, that trick is 2 frames to get it, but 1 frame is faster than the other. I got the slower version, but it's still a lot faster than the alternate strat.
Oh my god.
Also,
Yeah, actually, is it
in
possible?
3-3, I got a rat toss to hit a switch on the ceiling.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to see it on my side as well now. Basically, you bounce Henry off an ice block there, and that actually causes him to gain more height for reasons.
Stinger had a kind of a rocky 3-4 at first, but recovered.
I saved time against my PB there, apparently, on 3-4. It's embarrassing for my PB.
My timer did not start for whatever reason, so I have no idea how I'm doing against my PB.
Well, I'll give you a spoiler for mine. That's bad.
Yeah, mine would probably be saying the same story.
So Stinger and I are the well, in opposite order. Stinger's #1 in this category. I'm #2. We're separated by 2 seconds. Both our runs are pretty solid, but have kind of some spectacular elements of failure in them.
That's actually saying a lot too, because again, this game is only about 14 minutes long as a speed run. It's pretty much an all skill. Ooh, and a death on 4-1 for Stinger.
Yeah, so
One, though.
the library is an extremely dangerous area. There's tons of things that will just ruin your life. I'm actually just gonna focus here and try to play it good.
4-2 is pretty simple. There's not a whole lot here that can kill you. 4-3, on the other hand, 4-3 has gone under a couple revisions. And Stinger looks like he's going with Old Faithful. And he pulls it off.
I died on 4-2, so I'm gonna have to do something really dumb here on 4-3.
Nice, I got the task hop on 4-4.
It's all over.
Yeah. Vulajin's try to get through the... and not doing it.
That was
4-3 is
the
literally
input.
impossible.
This is, wow, that's a lot of spaghetti. Alright, Stinger, go ahead and just, like, screw everything up.
You want me to go through Temple of Adoration?
Actually, it'll probably be enough. Could you just go ahead and do 5-3? That'll probably be enough.
I'll just miss the boost jump a couple times in the spider room. Uh, 13-17 in game time.
Now, Stinger's currently now the House of the Necromancer. This actually is probably when you're introduced to the power-ups. This power-up is I believe it's the Magic Hat. Lets you swap between Henry's location and Goat's location. And anything that's caught in between that's considered destructible is destroyed in the path of the swap. And now he's on to this stage of the House of Necromancer, where you see the very, very shortly lived gimmick of creating multiple Henrys.
Okay, I made it through 5-3 and 5-4 with just a little bit of spaghetti.
Rude. Couldn't even allow me that opportunity to catch up, could you?
Stinger could probably go for one of the secret rooms for swag, still win.
Ozzy, I will ban you from my channel. You think I won't?
It's okay, Vulajin. All you need to do is get Ice Block Jump.
No, that
he
won't save
might
me at
need-
all.
No, actually, I'm wrong.
It's all over. Like, there's no way at this point.
I'll go through Temple of Adoration. I haven't practiced it, so.
This guy.
Yeah, out of all the areas that you can go in any percent, there's one area we don't go to just because there's another one we can do to get the sheep soul we need. Temple of Adoration is just...
So basically, you can pick between. There's 8 areas. If you number them 1 through 8, you get to pick between either 5, 6, 7, or 8 that you get to skip in any percent. And normally we skip 7 because it's the longest by a fairly significant amount. When I say significant, keep in mind this is a very short run, so it's not like minutes or anything. It's just a couple seconds, but. you can still obviously go there instead of 8, and it's actually not that huge a deal.
Yeah, a little bit of 6-2 spaghetti by Stinger.
6-4 first try.
Oh my! I hate you, Stinger. I don't care.
Do we need to
making
discuss
fun of-
what we donate if we both get it first try? Because I really wasn't expecting that to be a possibility, but
If we both get it, $50.
all right, let's do it.
We were gonna do $5 for each miss combined.
We'll see, because 6-4 first try is actually insanely hard to do.
Yeah, it's
The
definitely
timing-
perfect.
Is counting on my
Hashtag
clutch failure or success here.
Well, here's 6-3 for Vulajin, and Stinger is heading on to the next spine room. Okay, here we go. 6-4 for Vulajin. Let's see what he does.
There it is, $50.
First try. And Stinger is actually
Okay,
going in
then.
a temple of adoration. Yeah, you guys gonna see some temple of adoration has this one power up called the tiny hammer. This turns
Actually,
Henry
Never
in-
seen any percent normally.
or turns Henry into a block that you can drop, put on various switches, all kinds of cool uses. Even can block lasers.
Alright, 7-2 went really well. That's a very difficult level.
Don't forget to do the secret exit.
Please. Right there, I did a block jump with Henry. I can jump off Henry in midair if I turn him into a block and land on him.
Alright, so meanwhile, I'm heading into the Grave of Anguish, which is the area you would normally do.
Yeah, 'cause the Graves of Anguish is considerably faster, and in my opinion, it's way easier in terms of
It
skill.
is.
It is significantly easier.
Yeah, the Grave of Anguish is
7-4 on
basically
second
like
try,
the...
so that's not too bad.
Yeah, that death isn't super costly compared to the stuff I've already done. But yeah, the Grave of Anguish is a nice, like, relaxation point, which is funny, you know, when you consider the name. But it's a nice point to just kind of unwind right before the very, very difficult final area. There's some bone blocks here. They break. Yeah.
Now I need to remember not to go to graveyard.
What's that? You should go to the graveyard.
Alright, so I'm finishing up the grave here. As Stinger
Up
heads to
them
the
too?
final area. Nice, I got it as well. So the final area is called the Lair of Tarragos, and it's named after the kind of quote-unquote final boss, Tarragos, who's a bone snake. What he is he's going to come out of a certain point in the map when a particular switch is triggered, and he's going to, anytime he hits an obstacle, he will turn in the direction towards you. And so we're going to have to manipulate him in many of these levels to go the way that we want to go. And he moves at a fixed speed, so in casual play, he is actually a very significant difficulty increase because you can't just stand around and think. He will always keep moving. But in a speedrun, he's actually kind of a slowdown mechanism.
He basically turns most levels in Lair Tarragos into an auto-scroller.
Except, of course, now we have strats to make almost all of them not auto-scrollers.
Oh yeah. Up next for Stinger is, oh boy,
Nice block jump.
can he pull it off? This is an insanely difficult to pull off, and not many of the runners of this game can claim to have ever pulled it off, including Stinger right now.
Alright,
So,
Stinger,
Stinger-
we'll see if I get it. Probably not.
So Stinger cannot go for ice block jump anymore unless he chooses to die. And instead, he's going what is called the 2945 strat.
Except not 29:45. I died!
Oh, wow.
Well, he can go for ice block jump again.
Actually, I need it now.
No.
Alright, well, I went for it but missed it, unfortunately. You have to jump on the ice block as it's falling, which is insanely hard
Oh my goodness.
due to the way the game's falling block physics works. Alright, so suddenly this is a race when it really shouldn't be.
Have you finished 9-2 yet?
I just went through the door.
Oh my god, I think we're
It-
tied.
No, you guys are
I'm
literally
slightly ahead.
just a couple seconds
Okay.
apart.
We are
Okay, guys.
basically at this
Coming
point.
down to 9-3 boost jump.
Oh, by the way, I'm going for 9-4.
Oh my god, I can't do it. I can't do it. I have not practiced it. I know it's not that hard, but
This could be an upset.
Okay, so there's this really, really dumb trick that I'm going to go for in 9-4. This is normally the most auto-scrollery level. All you can do is pick up one of these keys at the start, and then that allows you to hit a switch instead of waiting for Taragas to hold it down. But I'm going to grab this second key, and now I have to do this asinine trick here at the end, which is extremely precise, and if I miss it, I lose 33 seconds, and if I get it, I save 0.2.
This is pretty much pure swag.
It's a time save, man. And we got it.
What a dumb time save.
Alright, 9-5 is an extremely hard level. It's very difficult to explain what's going on here, but basically we're gonna make use of the hat to teleport with Henry across the level back and forth and do some fun stuff with the snake. I missed a key, so I'm in a very, very bad time right now, and Stinger's probably gonna win. Yeah, I died.
Yep.
okay.
Oh man, of all the levels
Okay.
to Chuck.
I'll just miss this boost jump a bunch.
For like 15 times.
Time.
GG.
Alright, Stinger wins the race officially.
Unfortunately, I screwed up the 9-5 strat a second time, so alas. I'm still happy that I pulled off 9-4 because it's so stupid to even try it, even in a run, let alone
Yes,
in a
it
race.
is.
Alright, now
You were
we're
looking so good till you missed that second key.
good. I just got a little bit jumpy hitting the thing. Anyway, time's coming up momentarily. Oh, boost jump our time. Yes, I
Yes.
did.
GG.
Alright, it's all good. Real time doesn't matter for this game. We go by in-game time. Which we can see for both of us right now.
I got
You got this
15.
up 15.
Let this be a
Dude, I got a 1533 with 8 deaths. What the heck?
I think I just set the world record for Temple of Adoration percent.
Oh my god, please no. Anyway, so what you just watched.
You love arbitrary categories.
So what you guys
Technically,
just
there
watched.
was already a record for that because, like, the first 2 days this game was out, that was in the route.
It's true. We did. We used to do 1 through 8 actually for like 2 runs until we were like, wait, you don't need 8 souls. Oh man. Okay, so what you guys just saw was a couple of humans, in various respects, very badly playing this video game. But you guys have donated $2,200 to this event. I mean, more than that, obviously, but you met the milestone for a task showcase of this game. So we are going to show that to you momentarily, and it's very, very different. You are going to be showing only Stinger's stream. Still 69,
Yeah, 69.
Alright. I do have a quick donation I want to read because we got
Please.
$20 from Ellipsis
Nice.
saying, sitting at dead stop traffic and watching on my phone. Will donate another $20 per ice block jump. Good luck, coach.
Well,
Wow.
all right. Thanks for the $0 additional dollars, Ellipsis.
It's okay. No, dude. Maybe you'll consider the swag you did to be good enough, because that was stupid too.
All right, I'm set.
Cool. Let me pull this up as well. No, it has been updated. It's probably just your thing isn't real. Yeah. Oh, the text, I see. You should put it as, man, what should you put for the runner? For game, just put escape go to tasks, and then for the runner, there's actually
Taskbot?
yeah, do taskbot. There we go.
I was gonna
So-
say GoBot.
So a ton of people have participated in the work on this task so far. Stinger was the first, but at this point, it's kind of somewhat equal between. Oh, he recorded this with no music. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Do you
Hang
want to try
on.
to? Do you want to try to do playback mode then?
yes.
And
I
I'll
can
just
set
watch
that
the
up
video.
real quick.
Okay. That works. Anyway, let me continue giving some credits real quick before we start. So StingerPA was probably the first to work on it, but at this point we've had contributions, very, very substantial contributions to the task from Worse Than You, as well as myself. Other people, like even like Ozzy and Ellipsis and random people have just contributed like little things here and there. I think. And then like random like chat viewers have chimed in various times, and who else? Chunkatuff. Oh my god, Chunkatuff. So if you ever speedrun a game and a dude named Chunkatuff decides that he is going to also speedrun your game, one, run far away, and two, he's gonna do amazing and wonderful things to it. Someone in chat asked what a TAS is. That is a great question. Let us answer that question. A TAS is a tool-assisted speedrun. That means that we use tools to create rather than like perform. So like when we do a speedrun, we're performing that, right? We are sitting there with a controller and doing the thing. But a TAS is you are building the perfect run of a game using like tools to make basically perfect inputs at all times that a human could not really do. In some cases, a human can imitate like things in a task, or can get to the point where the game is short enough that they can imitate the task from start to finish. But in this game, as you're going to see, it's just not possible. You will see a very, very substantial difference between what we just displayed and this task. Okay, I'm done rambling. Stinger, you all set?
I am all set.
All right, let me get to the new game thing, to the moment when it's going to press the button. Okay, I think... No. Come on. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, Meta, you ready? Yeah, time it.
Feel free. It'll be funny.
Right. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
So
The first thing you're going to see is 1-1 is going to be a lot faster than we did it. It's the same basic strat, but there's a little hop there to just get a little extra vertical fall speed.
you'll
And,
also see at the top of my screen, I have a lot of random data that's scrolling across. A lot of that is goat positioning.
Right.
And also notice all of these crazy jumps that the goat is doing. These are all extremely perfect, and there's no way any human can actually come close to this.
Yeah, so this game has analog jumping, which means that the longer you hold the button, the further you will rise, and then obviously you have to fall after that to land on a platform. But if you are a task, you can jump perfectly such that you land exactly on the platform without having to waste like the minimum amount of wasted frames falling. This level you'll actually see the strat looks very similar to what we did in real time. It's just perfect instead of not perfect. But this is actually a really good example of a level 1-5, the one you just saw, where like we did a task and then that helped us learn faster strats for real time.
Yo, I had not seen the updated
I hadn't
1.6
either.
strats.
What the
That
hell
is
was
really
that?
sweet.
So
Shout outs to
this-
Worse Than You for going through a lot of the levels that I had first gone through, and then he figured out exactly how bad I am at tassing.
Yeah, well, we've had some major discoveries in tasking lately as Worse Than You has worked on. The big ones have been, like, we learned more about goat position, and the fact that the goat has subpixels. And there's actually 256 subpixels per every... I mean, pixel is not really the right term either, but... oh, this strat is really interesting, too. He's gonna do basically the reverse of... Yeah... Actually, I guess it wasn't the reverse of anything. I keep forgetting that we switched to doing things this way, but yeah, it's just insane how perfect this is. This level is another one where, as a human, you're looking to get like a low 15-second time on this level.
Yeah,
And
this
as a
just pops out of mid 14.
Yeah, so you're already saving like over half a second on this level just by being a task. Doing the exact same strat.
And
What
then the
was
opening
that?
on 2-3, that's a different one.
Oh man, this must be Chunk and Tough related.
I believe that was Chunk and Tough.
Oh my goodness. This is the beauty of a task, is that you can save every last possible frame. This strat's fairly similar to the real-time strat, just a little bit more perfection. We've actually, I know humans have tied this one, at least Chunk and Tough has.
It's quite amazing that how close that you guys can be to a task with this game.
Yes, on specific levels. It is totally the case that, like, this is an individual level-based game, right? So it's totally the case that, like, for a 5-second level, you can probably play frame perfectly for 5 seconds. In fact, Chunk of Tough has done it on a lot of levels, and Stinger and I have done it on a few levels where it's more straightforward. But those perfect jumps, for example, like, who's doing that in real time?
And then even just some of these simple ones, they still save 3 or 4 frames over what we're capable of in real time.
Right, it's the difference between, as a human, holding jump for 4 frames, letting go for 1, and then holding for 7, versus holding for 5, letting go for 1, and holding for 6. Like, that's already a difference in the amount of perfection. So most of these strats that you're seeing at the moment are fairly similar. Except that, he actually does an ice block jump in the tasks in this level. So that's something...
Of course he does.
Yeah. Well, it would be a misnomer to only call it frame perfect, because it's actually more difficult than that to land on a falling block in midair.
Yeah, there are a lot of sets of jump combinations you can do to land on it. Oh, by the way, this is a pretty neat strat.
That dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Here's an ice block jump again. I mean, it's not an ice block, but
It was a crate jump.
yeah.
Still jumping off a block in midair.
So the time on that level just there was 8.37 seconds. Humans do that in 10.6 or 7 most of the time.
Yeah, it's also incredibly freaking sexy just to see how smooth it can be.
Yeah, goat movement is amazing, like, one way or the other. Like, humans are really good at this game already, but this is just completely ridiculous when you watch this.
Yeah, we are the top runners of any percent, and we are still just in awe of what it looks like to see a task run this game.
By the way, keep in mind that we said the human RTA records are, well, not RTA, in-game time records are 13-17 for any percent, then mine's 13-19, right? So we're both really, like, top players. We have low 13 times, and we think if one of us gets, like, a god run, we expect probably to get, like, a high 12, like 1250 something. So, like, even this level, whereas humans were doing a very risky strat, the task still shaves half a second off.
And this level, the task does something completely different.
It actually just does the opposite of the strat that we do in real time. This is actually a level that I tasked recently. And we'd originally been doing it the same order that humans do it. Go up first, then right, then down and back. And I just tried that and it turned out to work pretty well. Oh, here's the thing I was trying to go for in real time, but way better than me.
Oh, and that timing is so...
This strat is pretty good. Humans don't do this in real time. It's so stupid. It saves 0.2 seconds.
We used to consider even kind of trying to go for it back when the regular strat for that room was around 4 seconds.
Right.
And that task strat is 1.98.
Right. And I actually am the one that came up with the strat where you can do that room in 2.2 or 2.3 seconds. So that made it so that the task strat did not save as much time as it used to.
Yeah, at some point we probably would have started going for the task strat on 4.4 if we had not discovered anything like we have right now.
That would have been so awful.
Yes, it would have been. Oh, and here's a Yagamoth level.
Oh yes, do not forget Yagamoth. Just appreciate the beauty of what he's doing with these crates in the beginning. Look at that. Humans can't even, like, begin to imitate that. It's
Not
just...
to mention destroying that buzzsaw right at the very end.
Yeah. So that, again, saves about 2 full seconds compared to anything that humans tend to do. (5-2) was another level where it just does a slightly refined version of the human strat. And then here's another worse than you special. This one's really good. That jump at the end to fall further down actually only saves time if you are a task. As a human, you just can't make use of it to save time. It's too precise. Oh god, this strat.
Yeah, 5.4 was another Yagamoth special.
Oh man. Is that version Yagamoth or Chunkatuff actually?
I'm pretty sure that's Yaga's.
So
maybe
Yagamoth,
not.
I saw a question in chat. I didn't even know Yaga worked on tasks in this game. He only worked on it a very little bit. Yaga is mostly the kind of person who likes to come up with a creative strat for something. But what he did was for a couple levels, 3-1, 5-4, he came up with something just ridiculous and then did the task to show that it was possible.
Yeah, a lot of the Magic Hat levels are Yagamoth's babies.
Yeah, he has a very good brain for that specific kind of puzzle. So Hall's Gleaming Crystal is fairly similar to how humans do it. This first level, normally a human, after boost jumping through that gate, would dash to just increase their chances of landing on it. But the task can just jump high enough that it just lands on the platform.
Yeah, 6-2 is pretty much the same as well, only obviously more refined.
Yeah,
Yep.
it actually goes 1 cycle faster than a human does.
Which is insane. It's doing the same strat, but it's able to beat out the saw cycle, which, oh my god.
6-3 on the other hand is sexy as all hell.
I have done this strat one time in RTA. That at the very beginning, you drop Henry on that thing and then shoot him across in such a way that he breaks a block, not on the same like tile level as him. That's frame perfect.
Shoutouts to both of you getting safe stash 4 first try.
Oh yeah, don't forget $50, man.
Oh yeah.
So again, here's another level where there's just, oh my god, those jumps at the end there are just ridiculous. I think one of the things that I've gained most from the more recent tasking of this game, now that Worse Than You has kind of broken the veil on like goat speed and position and stuff, is that this game's movement mechanics are insanely well designed. Hats off to Ian Stalker of Magical Time Bean. He really came up with some like just amazing mechanics and concepts to make this game work. It just all feels right.
Oh yeah, that was a nice little dash. I believe you came up with it first, Vulajin?
On Route
On
7?
8-1.
Oh, through the blocks? I don't think I came up with it first. I think Chunka independently found it as well.
Okay.
But that
Yeah,
8-2 strat was something that I really wanted to do in real time, but couldn't quite.
It's really risky.
Yo, what is this? 8-4 strat?
Whoa! From downtown.
I'd not seen that one yet.
The one sad thing about the sheep room strats is that once you touch the orb, it doesn't really matter what the task does. But we still have tried to make it look good.
Always gotta get that swag jump at the end.
Alright, so we're coming upon the lair of Tarragos, and 9-1 is going to be basically identical to what we did in 90%, but 9-2, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it right now. In 9-2, there's going to be what I guess you could call a perfect boost jump, which is the highest height possible. And by doing that, the task is going to manipulate Tarragos to turn up instead of turning down at a particular point. When you get a perfect boost jump, you can jump like just above 5.5 tiles. It's crazy.
I've never seen a human do a perfect boost jump.
Definitely not on command.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to do one in a particular strat in 100%. You can avoid doing it by doing it like a more reasonable human strat, but a certain runner named Worse Than You just can't help himself.
So that's the ice block jump. It's
Yeah.
5.5 seconds faster than what we go for in RTA.
Yeah, like even if we get the ice block jump, we are still not anywhere close to that fast. It's obscene.
If only 9-2 was always that simple.
9-3 is a little bit more reasonable. There's not a whole lot of optimization you can do other than just, you know, perfectly timed movements, but otherwise it's basically the same as the real-time strat. It only saves around half a second as well. 9-4 is going to do the same dumb thing that I did in my run.
It actually does it a much dumber way.
Yeah, it's true. Although, so the way I found out how to do it in real time, shoutouts to Chunkatuff because he came up with the real time setup, which is significantly easier than what this task is going to do here. The task is going to do a Ratapult, which is when you hold up, dash, and throw Henry at the same time, and it will shoot him forward and up on an arc. And then he uses that timing to also hit the other switch at the same time. But it's a lot easier as a human to just throw Henry up and he will hit the switch. This strat,
Oh!
quite a thing.
This is the one level that I'm still proud of to test.
So that's a frame perfect Tarragos kill, getting him to merge with the gate as it closes. Alright, and we're coming upon the end of the task.
And time.
Alright, so I'm just going to remind you, real quick before he shows the game time, that Stinger has the world record at 13 minutes and 17 seconds. I have second place at 13 minutes and 19 seconds. And we both believe that if we get like a god run, we will get like a 12:57 or a 12:58. Stinger, why don't you go ahead and show us what the game time is for the task?
Game time for the tasks. 12:05.
Yeah. So that is the difference between robots and humans.
Wait, no, guys, the cheats were active during this. Disqualified. Ah,
Yeah, so this is madness, basically. Um, I just will start with some quick shout-outs to Ortho Labs, who I haven't seen in ages, but she did the original work to build the task tools into Scapegoat 2. Did a fantastic job. Worse Than You came along and iterated on them and made them even better fairly recently, like this year. Stinger, of course, did a lot of the initial work on the tasks. A lot of people contributed to the tasks as well. I did, Yagamoth did, many viewers in people's chats did, Chunkatuff, of course, did. Tons and tons of people contributed to the task, so it's been a really cool group effort by the by the Scapegoat 2 community. The Ori task was also a good community effort by that community, but this is Scapegoat 2. Stinger, do you have any names to add to that list?
I think you covered a lot of them, but don't sell yourself short on how many 100% levels you've managed to task.
That's true.
Even though we still have a lot of 100% levels to knock out.
Yeah, our real
someday.
goal is to complete a 100% task in this game. We already have a theoretically complete any percent task. We really would like to get this any percent below 12 minutes just for the the arbitrary threshold. But 100% is really what we want to do, and hopefully someday we'll actually get around to finishing it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
well, that about wraps up everything goat related, unfortunately.
Indeed, what a shame.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I believe we're going to be switching restreamers. Yep, and after, guys, I hope you guys are excited, because up next is the Big Fun Balls with Final Fantasy Legend 3. And let me remind you, there is an ongoing bid war for that game right now. RPG Jerkbird versus RPG Good Taste.
All hail.
And right now, Good Taste is winning by like $80. What? Hey.
Oh, that's right. We
Oh,
got
yeah.
donations that we can make, huh? All right, how are we
I
doing
think we
on
can make some
Nerdbird?
chaos.
Oh, Good Taste is winning. Oh, no. We're
I
fixing
think
that.
we need to do something about that with our $50 donations.
All right, gentlemen. Please excuse me for a moment.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and shut down the stream. We'll be right back.
Uh-huh.